I'm Randy Crone, President of Indiana Farm Bureau. As Congress begins discussion about the 2018 Farm Bill, Brownfield Ag News and Indiana Farm Bureau have partnered in this informational series to provide you the information you need to better understand key areas of the Farm Bill. Each Farm Bill Task Force video will take a closer look at a few different areas of the Farm Bill, including ARC County program, conservation programs, the Marginal Protection Program, and crop insurance. We hope you find this educational series valuable as we move forward in these discussions. We are committed to supporting Indiana's farmers and engaging them in the process for the 2018 Farm Bill, and we want you to help lead the effort in getting things done for the best interest of Indiana agriculture.
Hi, I'm Brownfield News Anchor reporter Megan Grebner, and in this series we're talking about the importance of the 2018 Farm Bill. Today we're talking with Indiana Farm Bureau President Randy Crone. Randy, as we kick things off, let's start first and talk a little bit on the importance of the Farm Bill and how the farm economy is taking a role in these conversations.
Thank you, Megan. I would say some people think this is a little early to start having the discussion on Farm Bill, but you know in DC they're already having it. With the election happening, things are going on. So this is an important topic. And we're actually writing a Farm Bill in a lot different economy than we were the last time around. Agriculture was in having a pretty good experience for several years there. But this time the farm economy, we look at income, it's probably down 50% from where it was. So how do we have a safety net that works for Indiana farmers and for farmers across the state? So it's going to be very, very important that we have this discussion, we have a dialogue, and we're trying to reach out to farmers all across the state and figure out what it is that they want to help them through this tough economy.
Randy, let's talk a little bit about the farm income side of things. Things are definitely tough, and you bring up a really great point that we're having the discussions about a farm bill in a completely different ag economy. How does that influence maybe helping farmers manage risk and look at those types of things that they need to survive and make it through another tough time like this?
Well, it's truly a different economy, and I think when we look, you think about 2012, 2011, even 2010, you know, we had green prices that were looking good, and demand was increasing, and now the whole economy is a lot different. So we're looking at a time period here. We're trying to figure out what's a true safety net for the Indiana farmers. The income side of it, you know, depending who you talk to, we're talking down at least 50%, maybe more. But it's not only the grain sector right now, it's the livestock, the dairy. All sectors of agriculture are having a really tough time right now. So we need to step back, take a good hard look at this and evaluate what's best for Indiana farmers and how do we write a farm bill. Now there's always a lot of components to this, and you know we have a lot of the southern white crops and things, but our goal is to step back and ask what's important. We talk a lot about crop insurance. It's always been important, and it's a safety net. But I've talked to several farmers now that have realized crop insurance is more, it helps the weather volatility, but it's really about price-wise, you know, it helps for a one-year time period, but it's not a long-term safety net. So I think a lot of farmers are trying to figure out what it is they need and what's the right fit.
Indiana Farm Bureau is taking a really active role in having the discussion starting here in 2016 ahead of the 2018 Farm Bill. As you host listening sessions and as we do these videos and have these conversations, what do you want Hoosier farmers to take from this? And how do you want them to use the information that they glean from all these educational and grassroots efforts?
Yes, Megan, we've put together a task force to try to step back and look at the bigger picture. And I've asked them and I've given them a charge to look at Indiana agriculture and what's best. And that has to be a part of the puzzle. And we realize, you know, agriculture across this country is really diverse. But I think I want the Indiana farmers at the table this time as we're talking about Farm Bill and talking about what's important and what's a true safety net. So as we move forward, I want them to have that discussion and ask, you know, what do we need? What's important? You know, we've got energy, we've got conservation, and a lot of other programs out there. But what's important to them, and what do they want in a Farm Bill?
You farm yourself, Randy. As you look ahead to the coming years and we see commodity prices continue to decline, what concerns do you share with your fellow farmers about issues facing Hoosier farmers in the years to come?
We've been pretty fortunate the last few years for the ag economy to be very, very good. And actually, I tell my son Ben this quite a bit, that we started our farm in the early 80s, and it was pretty tough sledding during that time. The economy, I think it made us a better manager, but we've got to step back and look at this and evaluate what's best. You know, as we move forward, what do we need in a Farm Bill? Right now I don't have the answers, but I think we need to reach out. We need to look at the agriculture sectors. We need to look at the grain sector, specialty crop insurance, and all components, and just say what's best for those of us that farm across this state.
Where do Indiana farmers need to go, and how do they get engaged in these conversations and take the knowledge to make a difference and to impact the 2018 Farm Bill discussions?
Indiana Farm Bureau, we're trying to lead the charge, and we're reaching out. We're going to have listening sessions across the state. We've got a task force, and actually, I'd be happy to hear from them. I've heard from several farmers and kind of the tough times, and I will say I'm a little concerned about the younger generation. How do they survive these tough economic times? Because some of us that are a little older and more experienced have maybe been able to build up some assets and can weather the storm. My concern is, how does the next generation weather this storm? But we'd ask them to reach out. There's going to be some webinars. We're doing less listening sessions, so there's a lot of opportunities, and we need their input.
Randy, anything else?
All I would say is this is really important for the future of agriculture and those of us engaged in agriculture. So I would just encourage everyone to step back, take some long thoughts about this, or think hard about this, about what's best for Indiana agriculture, what's best for your farm, and how does it fit into the bigger picture of this Farm Bill. So I would ask them to find their voice, be engaged.
Randy, thank you very much.
Thank you, Megan.
I'm Megan Grebner on Brownfield.